Cambridge Publishing. Who owns the Zondervan company? You know? This damn devil. He owns it. He's the one that publishes these books and puts them up on the shelves for sale, but he doesn't adhere to it, man. It tells you that in Psalms the 50th chapter. You don't got to get it, you know? It said, let favor be shown to the wicked. The Most High shown this nigga favor. He gave him rulership.
Yep. Yeah.
And he got the scriptures. So he ain't got to go digging, you know, for the scrolls. Oh, God, I need a Hebrew interpreter to interpret these laws. It's in English for you. You don't got no excuse, man.
Yep.
Keep going.
Say, yet will he not learn righteousness in the land of uprightness.
In the land of uprightness, which is talking about the land of Israel. Keep going.
Will he deal unjustly?
Will he deal unjustly? He's dealing unjustly in that land, man. You got the biggest homosexual parade on the earth that goes down in that land, man. In Tel Aviv. Okay? When the scriptures clearly tell you that a homosexual is supposed to be put to death. Okay? Read that last part again.
It says, in the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly.
He's dealing unjustly. That shows you he's the devil, man. He cannot get it right. Okay? He's even in the land. The Most High allowed him to get that land, and he's doing wickedness out there, man. He ain't thinking, oh man, this is the Holy Land. I gotta conduct myself properly. You know he read about the story of the transplants that came in there during the time of Shalmaneser. You know, he ain't even thinking, oh, I'm gonna just do what I want to do. Oh, I'm gonna have the biggest homosexual parade here in this land. You know?
He killed all the animals and none of the beasts can come against them, right? That's his mind thinking. You know what I'm saying? So he's trying to go against the prophecies.
Yeah.
He's trying to fight against Yahweh Shema Shai.
Trying to one up the Lord.
Yep.
Over there in Israel, they're actually declawing the lions.
Damn. What the fuck, man?
Well, remember I sent the video out of Esau just beating the shit out of the cows?
Yeah, God.
Yeah, man, he's a dairy farmer over there giving the jabs, you know, just beating the shit out of the cow. What the cow do, man?
Crazy guy.
Yeah, he's over there, you know, all mad at it, cursing it out, man. That's why I can't have. That's why Job wouldn't even let Esau be around his dogs, man. He's a sicko.
Yeah, he's sick. Yeah, that's pure hell, man. Well, the best beef that you can get today is that Kobe beef. Which that comes from Japan. They treat the cows the complete opposite of what this brother's describing Esau's doing, man.
But bro, everything's defiled, man. Because sometimes,
oh yeah.
I know a guy that ships Kobe beef from New Mexico. He raises them Kobe style, and he sends it out to Japan alive. And then they slaughter it over there, then they ship it back. Well, they eat out there.
It's all a scam, you know.
Yeah. I'm just using the comparison. I don't fuck with that shit.
Well, there's the Wagyu. There's the Wagyu.
Yeah,
I fuck with the Wagyu. But you see, Esau, he doesn't have any of that. It's just red.
God.
All he is bloody meat.
Yeah.
Bloody, abused, antibiotic-filled, deathly meat. Well, Esau's he's real famous for the mad cow disease, man.
Yep.
Why? Because he was feeding cows dead cows. And then he was eating it out in Britain, and he was eating it, and then he was getting the disease. The cannibalism disease, man. Because if you're a human, you eat other humans, that same disease will come upon you, man.
Bug out.
Yeah, you start bugging out your brain. You get the shakes. You start because they show you the cows, right? That would happen to them. They just start getting the shakes and just collapse and just die, man.
And the cow, his body ain't even set up to eat meat any damn way.
Straight up.
It's supposed to eat grass, man. It don't have a stomach to process meat. This man's a devil, man.
This is Habakkuk chapter 2 and 4.
Oh, that brother's reading. You done with that, Parthon? Go on. Jump back.
Yeah, we in Habakkuk 2 and 5. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man.
So I can read again?
Yep, Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine.
God. Yeah, what's his wine? His doctrine, man. His doctrine that all the planet Earth needs to be tamed. Everything is his servant, man. The trees are his servant. Well, I don't want the trees growing out of control, so I'm going to cut them down. The tree's supposed to grow like that, man.
Yep.
You're supposed to have forests in different parts of the world, man. You're supposed to have rainforests, all right? And everything works to the benefit of the whole Earth, man. So the majority of oxygen comes from the rainforest. But isn't it, oh, I'm going to chop it down. Then he going to realize, oh, man, we need oxygen. Okay, well, I'm going to create it in the lab and I'm going to sell it to you.
Yep.
And if you can't buy it, hey, oh, well, you're going to drop dead. It's not my fault. You shouldn't have bought the toilet paper.
Yeah, you got to get oxygen. You got to get weekly oxygen tanks.
Yeah.
Like you got to go get bottled water now. You got to get oxygen tanks now. That's part of necessity. That's part. He created that market.
Yep.
He created millions of jobs by doing that.
Yeah.
So he helped he helped humanity.
Yeah, he helped humanity out, man. This is how he thinks though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm helping people out. Look, you got clean water. Water's not dirty. But nigga, you polluted the water.
While he's getting rid of all the jobs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm giving you guys jobs while all the jobs are getting taken away. This guy's the devil, man.
It says, yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man.
Yeah, he actually believes all of the doctrines that he comes up with, man. Oh, I'm helping the earth by chopping down the trees and setting them here. Well, and for every tree he chops down, he'll plant one. You know?
That's all he says.
Yeah, right.
And that's only on some of them. That's on certain of these organizations that are set up that work with these people who chop down the trees. Like, okay, we'll let you have the land, but you gotta plant a tree.
Yeah.
Afterwards.
But how long did it take this tree right here to grow? He plants saplings.
Yep.
It take the tree years to get that big, man.
Years,
to
man.
produce that amount of oxygen that tree was producing. You know?
Then he's gonna plant trees that don't even fucking belong there, like these eucalyptus trees.
Yeah.
Right, those trees belong in Australia.
Yep.
Right, and he planted those trees thinking it's gonna help logging because they grow faster.
Yeah, being the devil.
That's the worst wood you could build with, man. It warps. it's shitty. It's soft.
Flaky. Yeah.
It's flaky. Yeah, it deteriorates,
It's
man.
got a lot of oil in it too.
Yeah.
Which catches fire.
Yep. It catches fire, and then all the leaves, right? It's toxic. And that's why you don't see nothing growing around it. Why? Because it falls to the ground. It kills the earth underneath it.
Yeah,
man.
eucalyptus oil. It's like antibacterial,
Yep.
antimicrobial.
Yep. It's highly
anti-parasitic.
acidic.
Yep. So it's killing everything around it because it's not. That tree wasn't created to be over here in California.
Yep.
It's supposed to be created to be over there in Australia. And Australia is a very, very vast wasteland. A lot of dangerous animals. Almost all the top dangerous poison animals over there in Australia. Look at the croc, the salty croc.
Yeah,
The biggest,
Yeah, that's why when the British took that island over there, man, we don't want to kick it here. No, let's just leave all the bug outs here. So they just dropped all those prisoners, the low-level Edomites over there to live there, man.
Yeah.
And then it isn't no different than the ones here, but that shows you how even low they were, man.
Yeah, they're even lower.
They're even lower. And Esau, right, he tried to exterminate the animals over there, man. They're too vicious.
Yep.
And it's too vast. The land is way too fast.
Oh, he don't even live in the interior part. They only live on the coast.
Yep, on the coast.
And it's hot as hell in there too, man.
Yep.
He left that to them bugged out average.
Hey, according to some people, it's black man's paradise. According to some people.
I heard.
Yeah, I heard that.
It's a damn lie.
That's a saying.
That's what they say.
It's a saying. It's an actual saying. No, that's your saying. Go ahead, bro.
Keep going.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home.
Yeah, he don't even stay in his own land, man.
Yep.
He's all in everybody else's business, like we was going into. It's hella problems here, man. That he should be addressing as what that bitch, I forget her name.
AOC?
Nah, it was somebody else. She's like a high-level senator or something. But
Warren? Elizabeth Warren?
that could have been her name. Nah, that's the chick that wanted the reparations, right?
She may have said that.
It was somebody else though. It was on I put the video up on a video I did, but they called America the bastion of freedom. So if anybody's being oppressed, they're gonna be there to liberate them.
Yeah.
You got all kind of people being oppressed here, man.
Yeah. Nothing but.
Okay. Well, what about over there in France? Those people catching hell, man. They riding over there right now. Whereas America had to step in and be give those people their democracy back, man.
What about the Libyans?
Yeah.
They're catching nothing but pure hell right now. But America went over there to make them catch hell in the first place.
Yep.
By giving it to a bunch of terrorists, the land to a bunch of terrorists. But that's how Esau operates, man. He's full of shit. He's a liar. He's the devil, man. It's his right to go around and bring democracy to the world.
Yeah, that's his duty.
Yeah.
Really, it's his burden.
The white man's
white
burden.
man's burden, man.
He called it himself, it's his burden.
I have to do this. I don't want to do it, but I have to.
I have to because I'm the most civilized. I'm the most advanced of the humans. He's the most demonic of it, man.
Yep.
Nobody wanted you over there. What was that island? The dude threw a spear at us at?
Sentinel.
Yeah, Sentinel.
Yeah, the Sentinel Island, man.
Well, the reason why they act like that, because I forgot where you're like in the early 1900s, an Edomite went there and he was freaking up on all the little boys. So ever since then, they've been throwing spears at Edomites.
Yeah.
Golly.
Yeah, man.
That's how Esau gets down, man. He's a sick motherfucker.
And with that stay away, man.
He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home. who enlargeth his desire as hell.
Yeah, so he's basically insatiable, man.
Yep.
Keep going.
It is as death.
Yep.
Yep.
It cannot be satisfied.
It cannot be satisfied. He has basically he has control over the whole earth, man. But he wants more. He wants your mind, body, and soul. He wants you to be his permanent slave, man.
Right.
He wants to own you. He wants to own your children. You know, anything that you have, he wants that to belong to him.
Yeah, it's his. Really, you don't have anything. He's leasing it out to you, man. And at any moment, he has a thing called eminent domain. He'd come around and declare, oh, I need this land.
Yep.
So he'll come and steal it from you. Yeah, I bought a house. It's paid off. You still got to pay property tax, man. And at any moment, he can come to eminent domain and steal your land.
Yep.
Regardless of how long your ancestors have been here. Look at the Native Americans, man. They ain't got shit. They live on concentration camps, man. And what is the food they're eating? Shit. The food the white man gave them. That's what they're all through. So nothing here's nothing. We can't own shit out here, man. All right. It's Caesar's.
Yep. You can't be sovereign in this system.
Yeah.
You can't be sovereign or autonomous. You got to be under the rule of the Red Hebrew Edomite. Well, if you want to build your own house, you got to follow his regulations. You got to get hella permits. You know. You got to have the inspector come out to make sure this is sound. You know, and you got to pay for it, man.
Yeah.
In ancient time, you didn't have to do that. You didn't need somebody to come inspect your house and make sure it was sound, man. You build it according to how you want it. If it fall, that's on you. You know.
Yeah, Esau, he cares about your own well-being.
He just wants your money, man.
This is a safety thing. No, he just wants to finesse you.
Yep.
All right, this is about democracy. No, you just want to steal everybody's resources.
Yep.
Piece of shit. That's why you want to go to Venezuela, but you don't want to go nowhere else.
Yeah.
It's always Venezuela. Why? Because Venezuela got all them reserves.
Yep.
All them oil reserves.
No army that can compete against America's army.
Yep.
Yeah, an army that can go to war with Colombia's bitch ass, who's totally just giving in to the so-called white man here in America. You don't believe me? Just watch Narcos, man. They all tied in, man. Go ahead.
It cannot be satisfied, but gather unto him all nations.
That's what you have here in this society. All nations are gathered here, man. Any society that the Red Hebrew Edomite sets up, all nations are there, man. You see what's going on in Europe. You see what's going on here. All right. Or this is called the Great Melting Pot, man.
Yep.
All nations are here. You got Aborigines here from all the way from Australia, man. You'll see you might see a Sentinelese out here, man.
Yep.
Yep.
Micronesian.
Yeah.
There's a lot of nations that you so-called never even heard of.
Yep.
They out here.
Out here.
Nepalese, you know.
Living good.
Yeah.
Living good, man. Looking down on who? You so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. Like, I could come here and I could do it. Look at these niggas, man.
Yeah, what's wrong with these guys?
Look at them. They're still fucked. That's why we're going to put all you nations in slavery, all right?
Yeah, they come over here and niggas is singing and dancing, man.
Yeah.
On the BART train.
And heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him?
Yep.
And a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his.
And we in that time, man. All these nations are beginning to rise up against the Red Hebrew Edomite, man. Okay, because they tired of you doing the same thing. Well, Kim Jong-un, he's like, you ain't going to do to me what you did in Libya, man. That's why I got these nukes. You ain't going to play me like that. I ain't taking none of your, we ain't agreeing to your terms, okay? If you want to negotiate and you want to come to some type of agreement, you got to give us something too, man. And we ain't getting rid of the nukes, all right?
Yeah, he got pulled, man. And Trump is over there walking around with it. Why isn't Trump walking around with Maduro?
Yeah, he don't got them nukes.
Yeah, he ain't got them nukes, man. Bitch. Yeah, and all these Edomites, all you Trump guys, man, you guys are through, man.
Yeah.
Trump don't give a shit about your bitch ass, man.
Yeah, he played y'all too, man.
Yeah. He's making it easier for so-called Mexicans to come into America to become citizens.
You're making it easier for America to be destroyed.
Yep.
Yeah.
Really?
He's the guy.
He's the man. And he's gonna call martial law through the spirit.
Yep.
Okay. So,
Right? And unless my gook gets in, unless we still here and the gook becomes president,
Yang gang.
the Yang gang, if he makes it, man, he's bringing the chip. You already know.
Yeah.
He's bringing the chip. He's bringing the whole Chinese way of life.
And how we
That whole
Wild way gonna come up in
yeah,
here.
yeah, that whole Chinese way of you're gonna have with the what they call the citizen
rating.
citizen ratings, all that shit they do in communist China. He gonna bring, man. Oh, you're being racist. Hey, man, tell me that's not what's gonna happen. You're gonna have citizen rating. It's gonna be connected to your chip, where you get your freedom dividend from. Man.
Yep.
Go ahead, bro.
Woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? And to him that ladeth himself with the clay.
Which that clay goes into debt. Hebrew word there is ibatya, which is debt, and that's what this red Hebrew Edomite has taken upon himself, man. Over $21 trillion of debt. That don't even include the derivatives, man.
Yeah, and that doesn't include that's just the government debt. Not even including the corporate debt. I think corporate debt is around 9 to 10 million right now. 10 trillion. Slovakia. So that 9 to 10 trillion, that corporate debt, that's actually worse than the debt that's the government owes, man. Because the government got you people.
Yeah, as collateral.
As collateral, man. Oh man, every last one of these guys is worth 30K. So it'd be good. We could still run it up. But the corporations, they can't. So that's why you see them, the retail apocalypse happening, man. Because they can't operate anymore. They've been taking out all them debt loans, them loans. And Esau was saying during the recession, they were pretty much giving out free money, 0% loans. And all this stuff to keep these companies afloat. QE. Yeah, the QE to keep these companies afloat. But now look at it. America's gonna go into another recession, and this one ain't coming back, man.
Well, it never got out the first one.
Yep.
As you've seen from 2008 up until now, these tent cities just keep on increasing.
Yeah.
Man. People continue to get laid off. People continue to, get tents and put them on the street. All right.
You know, I was in Santa Cruz the other weekend. Man, I got off the freeway. There had to have been at least 100 motherfuckers living in a tent city. 100.
Through.
It was like, bro, it looked like some from, what was that movie with in South Africa, District 9?
Yeah.
It looked like some District 9 shit, man. Shantytown. I'm like, goddamn. None but Edomites up in there.
Yep. They the main ones catching hell, man.
Yeah. None but Edomites looking through.
Which is the same way that those tent cities look is the same way that tent cities look during the time of the Depression, man.
Yep. And then here it is in San Jose. They were trying to move they're trying to move people in the tents, and then their lease expired with the city, and now they're trying to move them somewhere in Willow Glen, which is a nice Edomite neighborhood.
Esau ain't having it.
They said, nah, not this neighborhood. Yeah. Oh, I thought the white man loved everybody.
Yeah.
I thought you're good Christians. You love everybody. You want to help the homeless.
Yeah, help the poor.
You want to help the poor.
They don't want to look at it. Help them stay away.
They want nothing to do with it, man. But that's because everyone, we're in a time of America being destroyed.
That's right.
And like the brother was saying, it never got out the recession. It's just a deeper hole. To the point where you ain't going to be able to get out of it.
Well, what was that? Jeremiah 51:7. You got it? That's the spirit. You done with that?
Yeah.
Good.
It's Jeremiah 51:7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunk.
Yeah, well, that's the reason why Yahweh Shem Yahushai set this place up. Somebody get Revelation, the 20th chapter real quick. The reason why this place was set up was to show the world what wickedness is. And then the Heavenly Father, at the last days, He's going to destroy it from off the face of the earth. You can start at 1.
It is Revelations 20:1. And I saw an angel come down from heaven, having the key of the bottomless pit.
Which that angel is talking about Yahushua. All right, keep going.
And a great chain in his hand.
The chain, what you do with chain? You wrap it around people and you lock them up, man. Okay, keep going.
And he laid hold on the dragon, that old serpent, which is the devil and Satan.
Which is talking about the red Hebrew Edomite. Okay, so what this is going into is the Dark Ages. When the so-called Negroes, okay, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi mainly, they put the red Hebrew Edomite in slavery. Okay, that's why when you go into the history of that kingdom that was set up, they call it the so-called Byzantine Empire. You'll see a whole bunch of dark images because we were in rulership during that time, and we had you red Hebrew Edomites in slavery, man. And you really don't want that to get out. That you was a slave just recently, man, going back 500 years under the so-called Negro, the one you call a savage, monkey, an ape. And all this history that Europe has, that came from the so-called black man. All right, keep going.
And bound him 1,000 years.
Yeah, he was in slavery for 1,000 years. All right, from around 325 to 1453. Okay, keep going.
And cast him into the bottomless pit,
Mm-hmm.
and shut him up, and set a seal upon him,
Yep.
that he should deceive the nations no more.
Because that's what he was doing when he was in power. He was deceiving the nations. Okay, when you go into that word deceive, the word there in the Greek is planao, which means to lead astray from the truth. That's the red Hebrew Edomite. That's what he does. Okay, he tells you lies, man. Oh, God doesn't exist. Oh, well, if he does, he looks like me. Oh, and then anything that I do, God's with it. Oh, God doesn't care if you're a homosexual. You know?
God's all loving.
Yeah, God's all loving. He doesn't care if you eat pork. You can do whatever you want to, man. Be free.
God wants you to have fun.
Yeah, he wants you to turn up.
What's your party?
Loopholes.
Yeah. Oh, it contradicts itself. Oh, it's tainted. It's infiltrated.
Yeah.
The Bible's infiltrated. See, it's been translated so many times, man. We don't know if this is a true book. You know, the Bible's written by men to control you.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
God just wants you to be nice.
Yeah.
That's all he wants. Just be a good person. That's all he thinks about.
How you determine what's good or not, man? Based upon him, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, if you feel good, if it feels good to you, then it's good.
Gotta be.
You know, keep going.
Till the 1,000 years should be fulfilled,
Yep.
and after that he must be loosed for a little season.
And that's this time that we in. He's loose for a little season, which that little season is around, we about 500 years of him being loose right now. A little season, man. Okay, you can jump down to, what is it, the 7th verse?
Okay. 1,000 years.
Yep.
Revelations 20:7, and when the 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison.
He shall be loosed out of his prison, so he got up out of slavery. Keep going.
And he shall go out to deceive the nations.
And that's what he did. And like I said, that word there for deceive is, matter of fact, somebody look it up. The word there is planao, man. Going back to what the brothers reading in Jeremiah 51:7, Babylon had been a golden cup in the Lord's hand, which made all the earth drunken. Drunken off of what? It's doctrine, man. It's satanic doctrine.
It says, and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the four corners of the earth.
So everybody had to get this philosophy or this doctrine from Babylon, man. Babylon went to all nations. Red Hebrew Edomite, he went throughout the earth putting this doctrine on people, man. Okay, this do as thou wilt doctrine. All right? If it feels good, do it. Democracy, which democracy is wicked as hell. You ain't supposed to have no voting system set up, man. Okay, the scriptures tell you falling out of multitude to do evil.
Yeah.
All right, and it also tells you that the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? So if you got people voting and they just going off their heart, they not going off of what the Heavenly Father said, you're going to have what you see before you, man. Okay? That's how that don't ask, don't tell was repealed, because people felt that it was wrong that homosexuals couldn't be in the military, man. People felt it was wrong that homosexuals shouldn't be able to marry. Okay?
Well, abortion.
Yep.
They say we should leave it up to women.
Yeah.
Her womb.
So you're gonna leave it up to women? What do they decide on? Her body, her choice.
Yeah.
Last name abortion.
Her career, which her career is supposed to be to serve you, man.
Yes, sir.
That's a woman's career, is to serve her man. The scriptures tell you that, man. But see, when you push that democracy, you get all these people, their wickedness just comes out, man. Oh, I'm gonna vote how I feel. Oh, this guy, he's with this. Oh, this law says that. I don't feel like that's right. I'm gonna say no. You know? You got that?
Yeah, kind of. It's planao.
Yep.
It says to cause to stray.
To go astray. Yep. Go astray from what? What's the rule that's supposed to be down here on the earth? The scriptures, man. This is what you're supposed to follow. All right. The scriptures. Well, get Wisdom of Solomon, the 6th chapter, 6 and 4. Real quick. This is what you're supposed to be following, regardless of what society you establish. Okay. Regardless of what nation you from. All right, you're supposed to follow the laws, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. All right, but these other nations, they can't do that because the law was never given to them. All right. Nevertheless, this is how you're supposed to rule the earth. Okay.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and 4.
because the ministers of his kingdom.
Read again.
Oh, Salaki. Because being ministers of his kingdom.
Because being ministers of his kingdom, all right, this earth belongs to the Heavenly Father, man. All he does, he sets up management, which that's what these different empires that come on earth are. Now, if the Most High puts you in the management position and you managing the company wrong, which in this case would be the earth, what's going to happen to you? You're going to get removed, man. Just like if you become a manager at one of these stores, you just start doing whatever the hell you want to do, man. They got the guidelines and the rules that you're supposed to follow, but you say, the hell with that. I'm going to just do my own thing. Okay, you're going to see what? The company's going to start going down the drain, or that store that you're managing is going to start declining, and then you're going to get fired, man. All right? Same thing with the Heavenly Father and the earth, man. Keep going.
It says, nor kept the law.
Yeah, what law is it talking about? Is it talking about the international law that the UN has established? It's talking about the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. All right, keep going.
Nor walked after the counsel of the Most High.
Which is the scriptures. All right, so if you have a kingdom, you're supposed to model and run your society based upon how the Heavenly Father said you're supposed to do it, man. Not based upon your own will. Why? Because your heart is wicked, man. Satan, you passing laws that Satan gave to you, man. When you dealing with democracy. Yeah. Oh, abortion. Well, I feel like that. Well, if a woman, she wants to, you know, she's supposed to have her career. You know, she should be able to do what she wants. Well, yeah, abort the baby so you can establish your career, and then when you're ready, you can have a baby. That's complete madness, man. That's wickedness. That's evil, man.
There's a Edomite woman that tried to freeze her eggs.
Oh yeah, remember that?
Yeah, she tried to freeze her eggs, and she waited till she's 45, and then I think out of her eggs, only like 2 of them survived. A lot of them died, and then the 2 times they tried to in vitro her ass, then no baby survived, man. She's barren. She's through. all for the sake of her career.
Yep.
And she spent bands.
Yep, cashed out.
She cashed out like $500K, man, on total, for everything. But then to store her eggs and shit, man. All for her career. Was it worth it, bitch?
Now she through, man. Now you know she all depressed now. She ain't got no more eggs left. You know? She through.
She's through.
She don't want a child. The bitch bugging out. Yep. Crying every night, drinking vodka. You know? Yep. You through. Yep. You through now. Listening to the Red Hebrew Edomite.
Yo daddy.
Yeah, yo daddy. You should listen to the Heavenly Father, man. Right. There's all these women in there, it's in their makeup, it's in their DNA to want children, man. Yep. They put that off and then they bug out years later.
Yeah, why would
they got a career and they ain't got no dude next to them.
Why would you freeze your eggs in the first place if you didn't want children?
Yeah.
Right. Yep. You know? She wanted children, but it just wasn't the time because she had to focus on slaving for the so-called white man.
Yep.
Dumbass bitch. See, you woman, man. You need a man to be over you, and you need to have children at a young tender age, man. Mm-hmm. When you're able to bear seed and not be all fucked up after, man. You ain't supposed to be having children at 30, 45 years old, man.
Which it happened, but you
know, it happens.
The children are stronger when the woman's younger. Her womb is stronger than you know, when as she gets older, her womb gets weaker, man. Mm-hmm. Or she ends up going into menopause at a certain age. Yep. She can't even carry children anymore, man.
Yep, and then in the scriptures, a woman can't enter the congregation until she hits her menopause, man. Till she's done for her cycle, man. Mm-hmm. Meaning the spirit of her wanting to reproduce is gone. Now she's in her right mind. Now she's in her mind. She's able to be around men of the Lord.
It's crazy. I was reading the story on it. It's crazy. That woman.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6 and 5. Horribly and speedily shall he come upon you, for a sharp judgment shall be to them that be in high places.
That's right, and that's why this place is going to be destroyed. So you go back to the definition, Baba Kusha?
Go ahead. So this is back to the definition of deceive. It says, planeo, to cause to stray, to lead astray.
Lead astray from what? The truth. We just read that any kingdom that's established is supposed to walk after the counsel of the Heavenly Father. Okay, but when the Red Hebrew Edomite came on the scene, he just completely went left, man, because he's a devil. These other nations, they'll be somewhat on point, man. Yep. The Medo-Persian Empire, was it Ahasuerus? He made a decree that every man should rule in his own household. And that was a righteous decree, because that's the order that Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai set up. Even though they're the heathen, Even they know that this, okay, certain things you're supposed to do and certain things you ain't supposed to do.
Yep.
I ain't telling you to go follow the heathen. Them niggas is off, man. Okay? They'll do one thing right and then they just completely go left, man. You know, worshiping these different idols. You know? But these heathen, they have some type of order amongst them, man. You know? Well, Elam, he got his woman in order.
Yeah.
Somewhat.
Yeah, somewhat.
Amen.
You know? If you go out there, you know, she ain't really doing all that
out,
madness.
out there, yeah.
They're
Out
killer
there.
ass, man.
Out there, man. There's nothing but rape going down. Literally.
Yeah, That's, them niggas do it on a whole different level.
Yeah.
They're heathens though, you know.
They're heathens, yeah, they don't know better. They respect cows more than a woman, man.
Yeah, and rats.
And monkeys.
Damn. It says, lead aside from the right way.
Lead aside from the right way. What's the right way? The way that Yahweh Shem Yahushai gave to the Adamites, which in turn got passed down to the nation of Israel. That's the way that you're supposed to lead your life. Now, when these other nations, when they was in power, they still had, you know, some kind of order. But when as soon as this nigga came on the scene, man, it just completely went left. You know?
First Maccabees.
Yep. Oh, get that.
This is First Maccabees, chapter 1 and 7. So I just had it. So Alexander reigned 12 years and then died, and his servants bare rule everyone in his place. And after his death, they all put crowns upon themselves.
Yep.
So did their sons after them many years, and evils were multiplied in the earth.
Yeah, and evils were multiplied in the earth, man. Why? Because the red Hebrew Edomite, he came into power. And he's completely contrary to the scriptures. Well, one of the things that Alexander the Great, or Alexander the Creep, implemented in his army is that all men should shave their beard off, man.
Yep.
You know? And that's wicked. That's against the scriptures. The reason why he came up with that decree is because he's the devil. All right? You can go to war with your beard, man.
And he liked looking at men like that because he's a homosexual.
That's another thing. The pederasty became implemented, man.
Yep.
Which pederasty, that's where you get the word pedophile.
Yep.
Which pedophile, when you go into that word, it actually means boy lover, man.
Yep.
People try, oh, you're a pedophile. You know, they like little girls. That ain't what it means, man.
Nah.
Pedophile is strictly dealing with boys, man.
Yep.
So when you go into what was going on during the ancient time, women would get married at a young age, man, 12, 13, 14, you know, or they would be married or betrothed at that age.
Yep.
And basically when a woman is betrothed, according to the scriptures, she pretty much married already, man. If you lay down with a woman that's betrothed, you'll get put to death. Because that's adultery. But in this society, the red Hebrew Edomite, he said, no, you got to wait till you're 18 to get married, you know. Meanwhile, this girl is being a complete hoe, you know. There's more on that?
Yeah, just a little bit more.
But this is the doctrine that he has pushed throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Completely changing the original way that these other nations had to live, man. Oh, you gotta live like this. Oh, a woman, she should have rights to, she should have reproductive rights, man. She wants to kill her baby, murder her baby, she should be able to do that. And you're wrong if you have a problem with that.
Yeah, here it is, Esau, but just in the 70s, he'd laugh a bitch out the room. She said something smart. Look at this woman. She like, Esau would be the first one, man. But now all of a sudden, he's just a bastion for a woman's rights, man.
Yeah.
He's here for the woman, man. He's full of shit.
Respect the woman.
Yeah, respect women.
The only one who's looking out for your woman is Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Yeah.
If you're gonna do what he says.
Yep.
Which is be right under your man.
I had a friend who went to art school, and he said that he used to play football, so he was a jock.